advancement, including foundation guidelines, the model MOU between colleges and their foundation, policy 3.05 on trust and gift funds, policy 8.04 on naming opportunities, a two-page document outlining CUNY's minimum gift levels, and the Chancellor's memo to the campuses regarding the foundation guidelines. The purpose of this exercise is to be sure that we are all familiar with the policies as we begin a comprehensive review of them to ensure that our policies and procedures continue to reflect the best policies and to allow us to serve our students and institutions well. This activity will be the work of the committee this year, and we look forward to work with the Chancellor's office as we review each of the policies. We now take up the following items for approval. Action item 2A is the approval of the minutes of the June 5th meeting. I move the approval of action item 2A. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? It's passed. We now address the action items of the policy calendar. Policy item 2B1 is a resolution requesting the approval of the naming of the Tanya Leone Chair of Music at Brooklyn College. I call on Vice Chancellor James Gallo to provide further background.
Thank you. The Tao Foundation is one of CUNY's most generous supporters, having given over $25 million to Brooklyn College and the Craig Newmark Graduate School of Journalism. Tanya Leone is a highly regarded composer, conductor, educator, and advisor to arts organizations. Her orchestral work, Stride, inspired by Susan B. Anthony's activism, was commissioned and premiered by the New York Philharmonic and awarded the 2021 Pulitzer Prize in Music. Passionate about teaching and expanding the world of classical music, Tanya was on the faculty of Brooklyn College for 35 years, and in 2000 she was named a Tao Professor of Music, and in 2006 she was designated as a Distinguished Professor at CUNY. The Tao Foundation has given $1.5 million to create the Tanya Leone Chair in Music, which will be the first endowed chair at Brooklyn College's Conservatory of Music. Along with its theater department, Brooklyn College's undergraduate and conservatory-level music programs are recognized as among the finest in the U.S. Given the importance of broadening access to educational opportunities and the arts, the Tao Foundation felt as though there was no better recipient of an endowed chair than Brooklyn College and no better namesake than Tanya Leone. Brooklyn College enthusiastically supports this resolution.
I move the approval of policy item 2B1. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Policy item 2B2 is a resolution requesting the approval of the naming of the Virginia Osgar Endowed Education Fund at the College of Staten Island. I call on Vice Chancellor Gallo to provide further background.
Virginia is a 1994 alumna of the College of Staten Island and was a Montessori method school teacher for several years in Staten Island and later Charlotte, North Carolina. Jean and Virginia Osgar have made a commitment of $100,000 to establish the Virginia Osgar Endowed Education Fund to benefit the School of Education at the College of Staten Island. The fund will benefit students and faculty in the School of Education at CSI.
I move the approval of policy item 2B2. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? The policy item carries. Policy item 2B3 is a resolution requesting the approval of naming the Jennifer Stanier Endowed Scholarship Fund at the College of Staten Island. Vice Chancellor Gallo.
Jennifer Stranier was a valuable member of the CSI community who served as a theater technician for more than 17 years and passed away in June 2021. She was a mentor to generations of performers and a staunch community advocate. Her husband, the Honorable Philip Stranier, was a judge for the Civil Court of the City of New York in Richmond County and retired from the bench in 2018. Judge Stranair, along with his family, have given $100,000 to establish an endowed scholarship fund to benefit undergraduate students who participate in the Performing Arts Program at CSI.
I move the approval of policy item 2B3. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Policy item carries. Policy item 2B4 is a resolution requesting the approval of the naming of the Gene Singer Einhorn Group Study Room at the Leon and Toby Cooperman Library at Hunter College. Vice Chancellor Gallo.
Jean Singer Einhorn was an alumna of the class of 1943 at Hunter College and passed away in 2020 at the age of 98. Jean's daughter, Michelle Russell Einhorn, donated $35,000 to the Hunter College Foundation as part of the Hunter College Library campaign in support of this renovation. The funds will support the study room at the Leon and Toby Cooperman Library at Hunter College.
I move the approval of policy item 2B4. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Policy item carries. Policy item 2B5 is a resolution requesting the approval of the naming of the AFSCME Lillian Roberts Endowed Scholarship Fund at the CUNY College, at the CUNY School of Labor and Urban Studies. Vice Chancellor Gallo.
Lillian Davis Roberts served from 2002 through 2014 as the Executive Director of AFSCME DC 37 and previously served as the New York State Department of Labor Industrial Commissioner, the first Black woman to hold such a post in New York. AFSCME and AFSCME DC 37 have given $50,000 to establish this endowed fund to provide scholarship support for matriculated undergraduate and graduate students at the CUNY School of Labor and Urban Studies who are either a member of or the child of a member of AFSCME or AFSCME DC 37.
Move the approval of policy item 2B5. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion, I might say I knew Lillian Roberts well. She was a terrific labor leader, and this should be a proud moment for CUNY to name after her.
And I would join you. I had the opportunity both to know and to work with Lillian, and she was an incredible leader, great inspiration, and something at CUNY that carries her name makes us better. So it is a pleasure.
Anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Proudly, this has passed. Policy item 2B6 is a resolution requesting the approval, the naming of the Dr. Marilyn Aguirre Molina, Dr. Carlos W. Molina Health Equity Scholarship Fund at the CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy. Vice Chancellor Gallo.
Dr. Marilyn Aguiar Molina had a distinguished career as a CUNY Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy faculty member. Dr. Carlos Molina had a lifetime of service to CUNY at Ostos, York College, and City College. The Doctors Molina have made a pledge of $125,000 to establish an endowed scholarship fund, as well as create current use scholarships for students at the Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy in support of public health students attending SPH who wish to support health equity in the Hispanic and Latino communities of New York City.
I move the approval. I'm sorry, we've already done that. I move the approval of policy item 2B6. Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstentions? Policy item carries. With no more items on the policy calendar, I move to the information items on the agenda. I call on Vice Chancellor Gallo to provide a report on the New York State Charitable Tax Credit Program, the scholarships and endowment match, and a snapshot of overall giving in fiscal years 2022-2023.
Thank you. Thank you, Trustee Sunshine. As Trustee Sunshine shared, I'm going to provide updates on 3 programs that the Office of University Advancement and our partners throughout the colleges have been utilizing the last 18 months or so. The first program is the New York State Charitable Tax Credit Program. It's a program that essentially provides a tax advantageous way for New Yorkers to support CUNY, SUNY, and the Health Research Institute. This program was passed into law several years ago, and it allows CUNY to accept up to $10 million of contributions. Details of the program. The program is ongoing. Donors must apply by November 15th of a calendar year and make a contribution by November 30th. The benefits of this program is that instead of a standard deduction, a donor receives an 85% tax credit, which is 1-for-1, as well as 15% deduction on their New York State tax filing. Donors can use appreciated securities to support this program to receive an additional tax benefit. Last year was the first year that we participated, that CUNY participated in this program, and we received just over $4 million through the program. Several colleges, including Baruch, Brooklyn, Ostos, Queens College, and the central office participated in the program. Any questions about the tax credit program? If not, I will move ahead to the scholarships and endowment match. At the October 24th board meeting last year, the board authorized essentially a 25% match for new gifts to endowed scholarships. This match was estimated to generate an additional $16 to $20 million in additional endowment support to our 25 colleges. Thus far, we have raised $9.25 million through the program. Many of the colleges have participated. I won't read all of these names to you. I anticipate by the next time we meet that we will have utilized the entire $4 million, and we'll have great news to share with everyone in this room. Last but not least are our fundraising results from the last 2 years. FY23, the fiscal year that concluded June 30th, saw modest increase in charitable support to CUNY and our 25 colleges. We were up 3.5–4% or so. Most of the numbers were relatively consistent in terms of total support to the senior colleges, to the comprehensives, to the community colleges, professional and specialty schools. If you look closely, there appears to be a downturn in community college support, but the FY22 results included one of the McKinsey Scott gifts, which accounts for the delta. Any questions about the endowment match or results from FY22 and 23?
For the future report, I don't know if you have it now, for the endowment match, how much did that materialize? Okay, from that would be great to know, you know, like where do we start and where is it now? Hi, how are you, Jane? And then the other, so that would be one. And then the other is to start talking about Central, how much fundraising for Central, so we see the effort on the colleges. And then the third is the support that we may be giving to the community colleges as well as the senior colleges in terms of technical assistance and, how are you? Technical assistance and support in their fundraising efforts. We had talked a while back about seeing if we could do some kind of a pairing of our teams that have prowess and matching them up with other universities that they could benefit from each other's skills and experience. So that kind of direction.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
On that line, if I can just, and, kick me under the table if I am going in the wrong direction too.
I will, and you're closer to me.
And, well, I might get kicked from all directions here, right? But that also some of the efforts from the central office team, and you were talking about some of the central office individual fundraising and then the technical assistance side of what they do, right? But some of the efforts on the matching and the endowment is one of the things that we help the colleges with.
No, I get that. That's with the match, but but total transparency, that matches. The college comes up with something, we find it innovative and want to keep supporting its growth, so then we match it. So it's not generated by us saying, maybe you should, if you use this investment, what can we yield from that? It's a very different kind of, my understanding is that that's the way it works, right? That the college generates the idea, the concept, and then we endorse that by matching it, right? Rather than giving a real challenge grant to say, if you got $4 million, right? Well, you got $4 million, I could walk a lot. But if I gave you X thousands of dollars, what do you think you could, how do you match this? How do you how will this support your efforts? So it's just a difference of approach. Okay. But the other one is, we had been talking about the pairing, which I think it's great for the university. You have a council of presidents. It's a wonderful other way of engagement, in my opinion. Any other, Ken, any questions?
No, I think we have one more, Vice Chair Maite Junko, to provide updates on the
Solomon,
digital.
you have any questions or no?
On the digital campaign from July 22 through June 23, updates on the spring 23 campaign, an introduction to the fall campaign.
Great, thank you. Berta's gonna help me because this is a little bit interactive, so it needs a little bit. Can you hear me? I have this very interesting voice. Thank you, Alberto. So I'm gonna just quickly go through over last year, the spring, and now the present. It's not gonna be that long, but it will be interesting to see how things have evolution from one end to the other. Let's start, Alberto. So the digital campaigns, in our digital advertising is where we have the more direct approach to our students. We ran, 25 thematic digital campaigns last fiscal year and delivered 114,000 application startups. Those are all the things you could see through the year: undergrad, 2-year, graduate, transfer, reconnect, online, ASAP, part-time. The top performing platforms there are Google and Facebook. You will see consistently Google outperforming, doing just very well across all our campaigns. Next. I'm not going to put this, which I showed these ads before. I just want to show you these are the top performing ads. These are 30 seconds, Alberto, 15? 15-second ads. The diver, the student parent, and the baseball player. These are the top of, it was more, but these are the 3 top ones. Next. Basically, among sort of the things that we were most impressed in fiscal 23 is those YouTube numbers you see there. We had over 2 million views on the 3 ads. You just saw the screenshots of them. 500,000 really for the diving and the baseball player almost. And we, for the first time, were out on Taxi TV, multi-state. This is last year, in sort of some of the major markets in the United States, and also did the general campaign for 2-year campaign videos. Well, we're proud actually that our digital campaign last year on video got a Telly Award for Best Recruitment Campaign Video category. Cute. Next. And this is just a roundup of degrees without the debt, which, as hopefully you will remember, was the spring out of home campaign that ran for the, had a big splash in the subways, in the ferries, buses, bus shelters, billboards in highways, and taxi TV and tops. We were extremely happy with the campaign in terms that it really raised brand awareness for CUNY. People were generally really happy to see the CUNY brand across the city. We ran it simultaneously with a digital campaign, and we got 153,000 page visits and 90,000 first-time new visitors to the CUNY.edu website. And the great thing is that it launched in February, but the print one stayed. I actually saw a subway ad for this campaign a couple of weeks ago in the subway. So there was a lesson there in terms of the residual of the print ads in the subway. Next. And this is the main thing. I want to talk a little bit about Degrees for Every Dream. Hopefully you have seen it. It is sort of everywhere, and this is the main ad, and we try to capture really the diversity of our students in the main ad. Next, Alberto, because, yeah. So this is what we did is we built the campaign, we built the idea, we built the concept, and then we went out and conducted a student survey, met with students and stakeholders to develop the campaign and the slogan. The slogan was a combination of those things. It was developed in-house by the team. We used 17 distinct themes and creative to highlight the various things. We thought that the spring campaign was, what we heard was that people wanted something more aspirational. They didn't, debt is a very important thing, but people wanted to really CUNY to resonate for sort of lifting people out of poverty and sort of for the transformational value of CUNY. So we added sort of more. We added for once the word dream, a degree for every dream. We only use our students in the ads. We cast students across the city, across our campuses, and there's more than 60 students that are featured in the campaign. Very important, we developed 12 new program pages. Basically, people can now, prospective students can now sort of click and say, oh, I want to study the arts, I want to study education, and can see what schools offer the programs, what programs are offered. I'm going to show you one of the pages next. I'm going to show you so these are the 12 pages. Just give me a second, Alberto, back, sorry. So these are the 12 sort of topics. You see business, these are, education's a big one, right? Tech, the humanities, all of it. I'm going to show you one that we sort of love that is very pretty, but they're all the same. And so it was a big lift to build these 12 pages and to make them all very similar. This is something that had long been sort of wanted by our admissions folks and us. Let me see, I'm sorry, Alberto, let me see now.
To those pages, can I ask a question now?
Yes, of course.
Can those pages then link you to the schools that offer those things?
You'll see. Yeah, I'm going to show you what they show.
Okay.
They're all the same. Of course, I'm not going to show you 12, but they have a video on the top. Then they have a broad introduction to the profession, right? Then it talks about the top ranked programs, just so people have something to look at, right? What are in Brooklyn College, in City College. Then it spotlights two of our students. These are 2 videos. They all have videos. 2 students that are studying that at the thing. And then this is what you're talking about, explore fine arts performing. This is on the associate degree and the certificate, all that we offer. When you click, they all look the same, the pages that you clicked in, which is quite a lift. And then there's the same for the bachelor's program. And originally actually this was a feedback we got from the presidents. We hadn't included some of the masters because they were not the full target of the campaign, but we added this, and it was great that we were able to add it. And so this is replicated to the 12 pages. And then it features some of the faculty, the diversity, and their experience and what they bring. Normally there's 3. And the students love this, like what I'm going to do with a degree. These are some of the job titles that you could do with a degree. These are some of the companies that will hire you. And these are some of their potential income with these degrees. And then this one features the cultural. These are now cultural centers. Or this one's a little bit different here, but okay, keep going, Alberto. I just want to show that then it brings you back here to all of the programs that CUNY offers. These are the 12 pages. So if you click here, it'll take you back. Oh, I didn't like the performing arts. Let me check out the humanities or technology. So we're very excited that this is part of the campaign. Next, okay. So on the left is everything that rang in the spring that I said before. The campaign extends to these new placements, the shuttle wrap. Hopefully you guys got an opportunity to see it because it's down now. The Grand Certain dioramas, we have some pictures of this stuff. This is the things that we added. Importantly, we added the suburbs, the Long Island, the LIRR and Metro North, New Jersey Transit, and also LaGuardia Airport and digital boards. We extended some of the boards into New Jersey too. Next, it started in mid-September, and it's running through basically to the beginning of the year in different sort of, some of them have ended like the shuttle, but some of them are continued, some started earlier, later. So we're gonna have a longer run than we had in the spring. These are some of there's 16 of these, but so these are some of them just fun. This is the cover buses, hopefully you have seen them. This is our picture, this is the Grand Central. Turn your internship full time. This is one of our top performing ads, actually. You never know which ones of these are going to resonate more with students. This is the digital, the highway digital on the left, the figure bag area at LaGuardia Airport. We wanted to go into airports for the first time, so it was better to go into a national airport. Next. These are the LIRR and Metro North. This is actually one of our top performing, at least in one of the data we have is this on the right here, the Study Anywhere on Your Terms ad. This is, the shuttle wrap, if you didn't see it. Ta-da, ta-ta. I was so excited. It's my. Okay, thank you. And then the chancellor was kind enough. He's still here. He's not to go with the team and take some pictures at the shuttle. This, of course, tied up to CUNY Month and to the partnership with the New York City DOE. New York City Public Schools. It's been rebranded. To send every student, every senior a letter. We designed the letter to brand with the campaign. And as you saw, we have seen a fourfold increase in applications by DOE seniors for the month of October, a combination of the letter, the fee waiver, and the campaign all sort of happening at the same time. Exciting. We've now got to convert them, of course. And these are other campaigns that are out there. This Emma here on the left is the video that some of you have seen on the taxis. It has been cited in Chicago and in Washington D.C. And I think we have a big push now for CUNY Online. That's sort of where we are now. We started recently, and we're pushing CUNY Online now also for in the next few months. I think we only have one, Alberto, right, left. Here we go. This is, give me a second. So this is an ad that has been everywhere. It's been very popular, and it's going to be in theaters, actually. It's very quick.
Before the Bronx blew up, it all started right here. I always knew I wanted a career in the arts, but I didn't have that battery until I got to CUNY. My design professors got me. They saw my potential and showed me the industry. Now, through my shopping agency, I tell the stories of my community. Join me.
Cute. And I think, is that it? Other placements for the campaign. This is the movie theaters I just mentioned, Hulu and Spotify. also, and sort of a little bit more on the expansion of where the paid digital campaigns are. And that's it. Thank you. Questions?
Yeah, I have a few. Anybody else have questions? None?
Go for it.
Okay. Oh, well. First of all, I want you to be a little more enthusiastic because you've gotten some really good results, okay?
I'm very enthusiastic. I'm just very sick.
Oh, me too.
Yes.
So we sound about like frogs. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
My first question goes to one of the earlier data points that you talked about viewerships and then clicks, right? Mm-hmm. What is considered a successful rate of an ad? I remember this from IARP, but I don't remember anything lately. So, but what what is that conversion rate? So that you can kind of, and I could see from the number that you said was about 10% click. So,
So
if you don't have that now, that doesn't.
yeah, I mean, we need to look and one number that I didn't offer, and it's a number that I really like, and as we were putting this presentation together, but the digital and the subway campaign have delivered 500,000 visits to CUNY.edu. And that's a real number. That's only, 10 weeks? 10, right? Only in 10 weeks. And what I can tell you, I don't have the numbers, but I can tell you is we see better results and can track in our digital ads, right? We're serving prospective students more directly. They're using the mediums that they want. But we love the out of door because of the visibility, the raising of the brand, because people see them in the subway, and then they come home and see their ad, and then they click. And the other thing we have seen, we were doing the QR codes were more popular last year. People are back to a post-pandemic where they're typing CUNY.edu apply. So we'll be moving away from those things, but we can probably get you better. But what I know is that prospective students, we got to continue focusing on the digital, but we love these other things how they match. And I think we have strong numbers, I think, on digital. At least, Monica, you have anything you can add on?
You had some numbers there, and it looked like a 10% click rate, but just.
We can give you the breakdown, but one of the things that we do is that we compare money spent in 23, money spent in 24, what the ROI costs, like how much did it cost us for that click, so we can give you a full breakdown of, what that number looks like at the end of the fiscal.
That'll be great, because I think that the main thing is the engagement to the next level, right? So like if we could kind of like follow that through, that's also
So
very.
one thing that I can share, and it's early on, right, because we started Pay Digital 10 weeks ago. And if we compare FY23, where we deliver 114,000 application start clicks, we are already at 90 in 10 weeks, right? So when you compare the 2 years, right, so it'll be interesting to see where we land by the end of the fiscal year.
I think it's great, and that's the work of Monica and the team. For the first time, we were able to launch in the fall. This is, prime time for people applying for college. We're doing the spring before, later in the fall, but this time, we did it at the time that everyone is, and so we're sort of excited about the results because it's, pushing it up 6 months or whatever it was, it was the right thing to do. We have not been able to get there.
Yeah, and then the other one was, and it's sort of like a related question, is like there's a lot of ads, right? Mm-hmm. And the cadence of them is like, okay, what's the message we're sending out now? What's the cadence? So that no me de, vertigo from looking at so many CUNY ads. But like that is, and I know that you're pacing that, but it's sort of like, there was so many ads, it's like, how do you determine what's the cadence kind of thing?
So, what happened was that in the spring, we had degrees without the debt, and in the end, we thought that one message, which we used that as the main message, and then there were a couple of other sub-messages, but that was really the gist of it, the main. And we almost thought it was too much, and for people who wanted more than that, there was not enough in the campaign. So we're putting too much money, in a sense, too much attention to just one message. So we worked with the students who wanted to right? I didn't talk a little bit about that in this post-pandemic, in the surveys we did. The students want to see themselves in our campuses. They want to be part of a community. That's why you see sort of the more playful ads. They mostly want to be part of something. And so we felt that just doing one or two, though I think it's an easier, I was a proponent of the one ad in the spring, but I decided to branch it out. And I think at the end we'll compare both. The good thing is that now we'll have two campaigns to compare them and we'll see how they are. But yes, sometimes they're up all at the same time. We tailor the suburbs, right? We tailor things, right? We tailor things for city, for the suburbs, for Jersey. We tailor some of them, but generally, yes, there is more messaging than there was in the spring. And maybe when we see it, in the end, when we look at the numbers, we'll settle somewhere in between for the next round.
We're also part of the conversation of student debt and student loan forgiveness, so that made absolute sense. That's at the input.
Right, and we kept it here. It's in some of the ads. It's just not the main message.
Right.
Yeah.
And then my last question is, October is CUNY's month?
Well, CUNY Month was a momentum created.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
It's not bad,
Everything
yes.
has a month.
It is actually Admissions Month, National Admission, right? Correct me, President. It's National Admissions Month, so we made it CUNY Month. And so we used that time to launch, because we had this lineup already, and then finally the partnership with the New York Public Schools came together at the same time, and the waiver from the board, thank you. All of that came together, and so we packaged them for CUNY Month. Whether we can build that into something that could be recognizable, we'll need time, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's a great beginning.
Yeah.
Everybody claims something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's great.
Yeah.
Those were my only questions.
Okay, well, thank you. Any other questions? I just want to, thank, Berto and the creative leader, Monica, on the buys, and Gio, who's not here, and the partnership with admissions, and the team here, and actually all of the colleges. We're really glad to see the colleges, the beautiful colleges. Some of the presidents are here of the most beautiful colleges that are all over the ad. So, and that's something the students really wanted to see.
We do have beautiful campuses.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Anybody else with no more items on the agenda? I move for adjournment.
Now, I want to just have a few announcements, all right? I don't know that we made them at the beginning. It was sort of like the work that this committee has been doing in between.
Yeah.
I'm sorry Sandra's not here. Did you do a little bit of that?
I think we did at the very beginning.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so for the committee members, there's some material here for you, and then we'll set out a plan of action of how we're gonna tackle a lot of this stuff moving forward. All right, thank you. Now,
Move to adjourn. Second.
second.
Opposed. Meeting's adjourned.